Thorvald, how's it going?
Managed to finish my entire DK's task in one trip.
Nice.
No ring though, my RNG is cursed.
You know nothing of the Dagonoths.
We can slay hundreds of them without breaking a sweat.
Only because you relied on your predecessor's knowledge in foreign gear. But there was a time where nothing was known. It took the bravest barbarian to find the Dagonoth's lair, to unravel the secrets within, and live to tell the tale. Perhaps you will come to an understanding once you've listened to the story of Rilkal Saga.
This movie is sponsored by Displate. This journey is represented with a beautiful piece of art made by Legend Arts. The official Rilkal Saga Displate. Displate is a high quality metal poster that uses a safe magnet mounting system. Hanging the poster takes no tools and can be done within minutes. If you'd like to support this movie, using the link in the description you can get a Rilkal Saga Displate for 29% off for the next 48 hours. And after the 2 days you still get 23% off if you order 1 to 2 Displates, and 29% off if you order 3 or more. If you don't like it, you can always grab a Gielinor Games 2 or Swampledic's Displate instead. Or you know, all 3 of them. You can also always choose from the thousands of other Displates available on the website. Displate is doing great things around the world. For every Displate bought, 1 baby tree is planted. They have planted over 14 million trees so far. Thanks again to Legend Arts for creating the artwork, and thanks to any of you who decide to grab a Displate. I think it will look epic. We are here in the land up north. I will lock myself in an area once more, but this time in the Fremennik province. Limited by the land and the culture, we will make a plan again. I'm extremely excited to explore this beautiful place. Before we came here, I made sure to learn the skill of potion making, so we completed druidic ritual and we kept every skill level 1. And I brought myself some tools which I'm going to need on this journey. I've been looking around in the city a bit and straight away I found this chicken spot, which is going to be a really nice place for my early combat training. The nice thing about these chickens is I can just train here and they will never do any damage on me. So I have a feeling I will be coming back here quite a bit. Hey old man, why are you fishing all day? It's so boring.
Fishing is a battle of the mind. It combines the patience of the wise and the strength of the powerful to tame the seas.
So I will become strong if I catch the biggest fish?
If you can catch a shark, then even the chieftain will recognize you. He may even approve you as a candidate for the trials.
The trials, huh?
Yeah, the trials. For 100 years, our champions all tried, but their destinies failed short. Perhaps when you are recognized, you'll learn more of it from the chieftain.
I'm going to do it.
You're gonna try for the shark.
No, not try. I will succeed. There's level 2 fishing. First level of many. We're going to need a lot of fishing levels. Luckily there are quite a few fishing spots in this area. And we are starting out catching shrimps on this dock. I am planning on cooking all of the raw food we get. And I can chop some trees outside of Rilekka. I'm probably going to chop like 4 or 5 logs every time and bring the logs to the dock. So I can cook the fish there, drop them and then continue fishing and basically repeat that process. The food is going to be useful in the future for sure when I have to kill monsters and fight NPCs. So yeah, we're going to do a combination of fishing and cooking. 15 fishing, which means I can now catch anchovies with a small fishing net. So that's going to be a bit of an upgrade in the fishing XP. Shrimps only give 10 XP each, so this is definitely going to help. The first blue man on the account. There is a genie for the beautiful XP lamp. I'm going to use all of my XP lamps on Hunter. At level 17 Hunter, we can get access to Puro on one of the Fremennik Islands. We will get into a bit more details later, but the lamping journey starts here. 100 total level on the account, humble beginnings. There we go, there's 30 cooking, which means I can now cook tuna. I am close to the level to catch tuna as well, so that will be the next upgrade in fishing and cooking. And there we go, 35 fishing. I can now catch tuna with the harpoon. I am, however, not going to catch tuna yet, because I'm pretty sure that shrimp and anchovies is still faster. Probably until 40 or 45, but we will check the XP per hour. 15 wood cutting. I can now chop oak trees. Nice little upgrade in wood cutting. I can now stick with just one tree, because I will most likely be able to get multiple logs from an oak tree, which is going to be a little bit nicer when I'm cooking this food. Nice level, 50 cooking. And we're getting close to 50 fishing as well for swordfish. 50 fishing, which means I can now harpoon swordfish, and that should massively increase my fishing XP per hour. We have 100,000 XP, we do need 76 fishing, so we have a long way to go. I'm still cooking all the fish I get, and that's 60 cooking. Nice looking level. I've just received a big swordfish, which is a rare fish you can get while catching swordfish. It is on the collection log. Didn't expect to get that, but that's pretty cool. I'm slowly becoming an elite fisherman. Beautiful level coming in. 70 cooking. Cooking is a little bit faster than fishing, so we are slowly catching up with fishing as well. Yeah, the bigger levels are starting to roll in. And there's 70 fishing as well, and 250 total with that level. Beautiful. We've been fishing for a good 1.5 to 2 weeks right now, I think. And we need 6 more fishing levels until we can catch the big fish. So let's continue. And there's 75 cooking. And that's 75 fishing as well. 1 level away. Pretty interesting to get dropped in a region and I instantly have to start with a grind like this, but I am all in for it. Let's finish this. Wow, I just got a hard clue and it's actually a step in my region, which is kind of unfortunate because I am not able to keep this clue for some of the stuff I have to do in the future. I will most likely never get a clue again with a step in the region. The only things I can really get are like battle staves, which wouldn't be super useful at this point anyways, but that hurts a little bit. Oh my god, the timing on this is just beautiful. Look at that, it's a blue man. But this is a special XP lamp, because I am going to get my first hunter level with this lamp. 10 XP for level 2. The nice thing about this is I am almost done with the fishing grind, 1.4k away. So we exactly got 1 hunter level during this wolf fishing grind, which is not bad. Honestly, that's pretty good RNG. I think it's like between 7 and 9 lamps to get this first level. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Awesome. There it is, guys. 76 fishing. I can now harpoon sharks. You can say I can finally start playing this account now. And yeah, I think I've been fishing for 3 or 4 weeks. And we are done. There it is. Look at that beautiful shark. The first raw shark on the account. Hey, fisherman, I got you something.
Gothix's beard, he did it. He really did it.
I have came here for the trials.
You've caught a shark. So what?
I have the strength to brave the seas, and now by bringing this prize, I can show you that I've tempered my mind. I can do this. Give me the trials.
You have only caught the shark, but for trials, you need to grow stronger. You are not ready until I see a man in you instead of a boy.
I need money on this account, and I found this general store in the Dwarven city that we are exploring. We are in Keldagrim, and Keldagrim has a general store. I can sell some sharks and some of the other stuff I got during the fishing grind and make a little bit of GP. I found this weapon store in Keldagrim, and it has so many great weapons and even a maple shortbow and arrows, so that's going to be very useful. I made a little bit of GP so I can buy a steel scimitar and a mithril sword for later, and that should get me going for my early training. We are here at the Fremennik chickens again, getting some early combat stats, getting some strength levels for the max hits, and try to get 5 attack as soon as possible so I can use the steel scimitar. And there it is, level 5 attack. This steel scimitar should be a huge upgrade over boxing or using this bronze axe. And I'm probably going to work on level 20 base melee stats next. I would like to go to rock crabs eventually, they are probably a lot better for melee training. But this will do for my early levels. 20 strength, total level of 325. The levels are flying up, we are getting stronger. I really like this trading spot. And we're also using a mithril sword, which is such a nice upgrade. And there's 20 defense, which means we're now base 20 melee stats. Looks amazing. And would you look at that, we got a mace random. Mace randoms are actually pretty good right now because I still need a lot of money on this account. And the mace randoms have a pretty good chance to give me items that are worth GP. Wow, 50 death runes and steel arrows. That's probably the best reward I can get. I'm pretty sure the death runes sell for a lot in the general store. And I'm not going to need runes for magic for a long time, so I am happy to sell those and get a head start on GP. There we go, sold all of the stuff in the general store and we have over 7,000 GP right now. Bought myself the adamant sword with the GP. Still have quite a bit of GP left, but that is a very nice upgrade over the mithril sword. And I feel pretty ready for rock crabs right now, so let's take a look. So I want to get to the island with rock crabs, and Jarval doesn't want to get me on the island. He's waiting for his friends, his Fremenniks, to go on an expedition on Waterbirth Island. He has been sailing people to this island for many years, it seems. I'm not exactly sure why, but if you pay him 1000 GP, he is so kind to also sail me to the island. So we are going to do that, and that should get me to my training spot. Because I feel pretty ready for rock crabs. I really want to see how good they are with these stats. So we have arrived, and I remember this trading spot from way back in the day. There's 2 rock crabs here. I don't have crazy stats yet, so that should be fine. I'm just going to sit here and get ready for trading. First nice milestone coming in. 30 strength, and we're also getting close to 30 combat level. Really liking this rock crab spot. And my next goal is 30 attack, I think. Probably go for 30 attack, strength and defense next. Level 30 attack. I can now use my adamant sword. That should boost the XP by a little bit. First, a mystery box on the account. You can actually get things like rare drop table items from here, like a dragon spear or a dragon mat. So I always take these boxes because you never know. Could get lucky on some gear upgrades. And we get a diamond. Not the worst, I can sell that for some GP. And there we go, 30 defense for base, 30 melee stats. Probably going for 40 strength next. Another random event. Random events are always pretty important on area locked accounts. A lot of good rewards you can get early on. Pinball Wizard random is always nice because you get a lot of gems and some of them are pretty expensive in the general store. And there we go, we got 2 diamonds. We already have 3 diamonds in the inventory that we can sell in the general store once we finish this trip. That's going to make us a lot of money. Nice level, 40 strength. Really don't need much food here anymore. I think I can basically stay at rock crabs right now without ever having to leave. And as you can see in my inventory, I'm picking up the oysters because they sell for quite a bit of GP in the general store as well, so once I've filled my full inventory of oysters, we're probably going to sell all of them in the general store in Keldagrim. And that should easily get us the money back to get to the island again. And yeah, just going to continue training here. Really liking this spot. Just cleaned my inventory and we have over 9,000 GP right now. Very nice. For the attack, we can now use rune weapons. The weapon store in Keldegrim sells a rune longsword, which will be a pretty good weapon for training. It is, however, quite expensive, so we won't be able to buy that straight away, but combat stats are starting to look really nice. And to finish off the 3, there is 40 defense. Beautiful. I decided to switch to strength again, and we got all the way to 50 strength. We're really getting stronger, guys. The max hits are coming in. Really happy I got this Addy sword as well. And I managed to get a 2-dose strength potion from a Jackal random, which is going to be very helpful in the future as well. Making some nice progress. Couple more strength levels. There's 55. I believe that will give me a max hit, so I'm going to stop at 55. Maybe get a little bit more defense or attack levels, and after that I think we have a pretty good amount of base levels to continue. I already feel a huge difference in combat stats and how fast I can kill stuff. Got myself a couple more defense levels as well. 45 defense, which is the requirement for Berserker helms. Alright, I have been training stats for a long time. I have cleaned my inventory. We have over 12,000 GP. We have the strength bot. I feel ready. I'm going back to Brunt and ask him for his quest. I am ready to become a true Fremennik. What are my trials?
You can survive well. I give you that. You hunt and fight with skill, but you've yet to become strong. Perhaps, when you gain the support of 7 other Fremenniks in the city, I'll recognize you as a true Fremennik.
Alright, let's start this quest. We need to gather 7 votes in total. And I'm going to start with the Bard. In order to complete that one, I need to gather a music instrument. There's 2 ways to get it. I can make it from scratch with 25 fletching, 40 woodcutting and 40 crafting. Or I can kill Lenzik or one of the other Fremennik dudes in the tents. And they drop it with a chance of 1 in 17. So that's going to be my method to obtain the lyre. So let's see how many I have to kill in total. There it is, beautiful. That only took 4 kills in total. So I can now get this thing repaired and I should be able to perform on the podium and get my first vote. Pretty easy one. Got myself the shark, let's go and enchant the lyre. So this should summon some sort of spirit. I used the shark on the altar that we trained my fishing for so long. Very important part of the quest. We now have an enchanted lyre, so that should be all I need. I'm a new musician, and now I will play a traditional song of our people. Did I get your vote? Yes. For the next vote, I need to do a drinking contest, and I have to make a small exception and go outside of the Fremennik region for a little bit. I need to buy a keg of alcohol-free beer from the poison salesman in Camelot, and I will be using that against Manny to win the drinking contest. And while we're here, I'm also going to unlock my POH because I have 1000 GP at this point, and since we are in this area anyways, I might as well buy my house. We have to come back to this place one more time later on to move my house to Relaka, but saves me a trip to buy a house, so that's very nice. And we chuck this fake keg of beer. Very professional Fremennik drinker. Ah, lovely stuff, yeah. Yeah, I can probably outdrink you. Give me that vote, buddy. The second vote has been obtained. So the next task is killing an NPC, and that's partly why we got so many melee stats previously. Sigli the Huntsman will give me a talisman. There we go. And with this talisman we can hunt down the NPC. It's kind of like a runecrafting talisman. I have to locate the guy. And I'm going to make sure I don't have to leave the area. There are some locations outside of my area, so I'm going to wait until I get the NPC in my area. But should not be too big of a problem. And let's go hunt it down. We found him pretty quickly. I should have enough food for this. I have almost a full inventory of swordfish and tuna. With my stats, should be okay. But to be safe, I'm going to have him kind of safe spotted here. So if I do need to eat up or flinch him, I have this flinching spot available. But should be pretty easy. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Got him down. That is Drogon or Draugen or whatever this guy is called. That. And if I return this talisman to Sigli, I should get another vote. There we go. That's 3 down. In order to get the next vote, we need to do the Fremennik one small favor. And we start out at the merchant. We have to basically go all around the city, talk to a bunch of NPCs and return this guy an item. And that should get me a vote. So let's do a Relica marathon. And there we go, we have returned him the item he's looking for. And that is another vote. 4 votes in total now. 3 to go. That one felt really good. I saved the tricky votes for the end. For this vote, I can't bring too many items. And I can't really suicide on this account, get my items on the floor. I can't bank my items because I'm an ultimate ironman. So there's one good solution in this situation, and that's using the table mechanic. Putting items on a table means that the items stay there for 10 minutes. So as long as I can kill all these NPCs in this dungeon for this vote and get back here within the 10-minute mark, I should be okay. So I'm going to put everything on the table that I cannot bring inside. Basically my weapons and some other stuff. And I'm going downstairs. I got a strength pot, full inventory of swordfish, and I should be good to go. I really hope my melee stats are high enough to do this vote. Let's see if the rock crab training paid off. There we go, that's the last guy finished. That last guy had me a little worried because I was not hitting at all at the start. But managed to kill him. We don't have to kill the last guy, so this is the vote basically completed. And that was well within 10 minutes. Around 3 minutes left according to my in-game time, so perfectly executed. Another vote completed. It's been a long time since I've done this quest, but this one was a lot easier than I remember. I basically had to complete a maze, which we did, so this was basically a 1-minute vote. Swenson the Navigator, give me your vote, buddy. That is 6 out of 7 votes. One last one to go, which does require an empty inventory, so do have to put my stuff on the table again. And after that, we are finished. There it is, the final puzzle completed. Thank you for the vote, Peer. All these 7 votes in total. Let's return to Mr. Brunt and show him what's up.
You've passed the trials and gained the approval of us all. If you want to represent us as a proud Fremennik, you must have a strong name. Today, we shall honor Rilkal.
Look at all the levels from this quest. Thieving, agility, crafting, fletching, and some woodcutting levels. Beautiful. And I've gained prestige in the city as well. Everyone is calling me Rilkal now, which means we gotta change the name. There we go. Perfect. And one final fashion upgrade. I can now use the clothing store in Relica. And I decided to go with the red cape. It's such a good dark reddish color. With the Fremennik trials completed, there is so much to explore. I can go to a lot of new places. Lots of new training methods are opening up now. I'm pretty excited to venture around and see what possibilities I have. I just stumbled across this or an armor shop in Yatiso, and there's a lot of useful items in there. Full mithril, which I can instantly buy here, and tin and copper ore, which I can use to start my smithing grind. One very important place I can go to now is Miscellanea. Both the islands. On one part of the island I can find a wheat field which can take me to Puro Puro in the future. Once I lamp 17 Hunter, which is going to take a long time, probably several months. But this is the only place where I can access it, so that's pretty cool. Other than that, this island has something very important to offer, and that's raking content. So we can do some raking trips here and there, get my farming up. Probably not going to be super useful on this account, but if there's raking, we will do raking. I've also found some thieving methods. There's a bunch of stalls in the Fremennik area. So if thieving is important in the future, I can work my way up, stealing from the different stalls. We've spent a lot of time inside of Relica, and at this point of the account, it's time to venture around a little bit. And yeah, we're going to use a lot of different things outside of the city. So that's pretty exciting. Got myself another book random, and that got me 3 Hunter. Very nice. A long way to go, but these early levels do take a lot of time, so it's very nice to see some XP randoms. Found myself a nice spot to train some fletching outside of the city. I'm making some arrow shafts because I'm going to work a little bit on fletching and smithing, make some bronze arrows so we can start training ranged. And now that I have access to the ore shop, we can really easily make bronze bars and make some arrow tips. Bought some feathers in the fishing store and we can really easily make headless arrows now. Got myself a couple fletching levels, 525 total. And should be able to make myself plenty of bronze arrows. We have access to a spinning wheel in Relica and we can pick flax outside. So with the increased fletching levels I got, I managed to get myself a bow upgrade. Made a oak short bow. While I did the fishing grind at the start of the account, I managed to collect some iron arrows from a maze random, and I kept them in my ammo slot until this point. Starting the range training at the chickens, got myself a level 5, and I can upgrade my bow to the oak bow. Looks beautiful. Is it true? Are you the outlander that has been given a Fremennik name? Yes, that is correct, King. Remember the name. Let's give his pet a fish, and he also is in need for some ores. And after doing this, which is the start of the Fremennik Isles quest, I will be able to sail to the Night's Knot Island. And that is all I need for now. There we go, first time sailing to Night's Knot. This is quite an interesting place. One very good training spot, which we get into later, but the city itself has some interesting shops, some tools. And it has a furnace and range in the middle of the city as well. So I can smelt some of these ores and get my first smithing levels actually. And yeah, we're going to use this place a lot. First smithing level on the account. The goal right now is to get my smithing levels up and make arrow tips out of the bronze bars. So we can start some proper range training. I switched to this spot in Relica because I realized there's also a furnace in the city, and next to it is an anvil which we need to smith my bronze bars. Making stuff out of bronze bars is probably one of the most nostalgic feelings for me in this game. Always very fun to do, and there's level 5, which means we can make arrow tips. Perfect. Alright, we've made a little over 1000 bronze arrow tips. I think that should actually be enough to get the range level that I want. So I'm going to turn these into arrows and see what range we can get. There we go, that's a little over 1000 bronze arrows and we have some iron arrows left. Let's go to rock crabs and gain some levels. About to get the level I wanted. 30 ranged, very beautiful level. With level 30 ranged, you're able to use maple short bows. And as you saw in a video earlier, I can actually buy maple short bows in the Keldergrim weapon store, which means at this point I can buy a bow whenever I want, and the shop also sells arrows. So that's my early ranged sorted. Oh, look at him, he's beautiful. The genie pops up in front of me while I'm waiting on the bridge. One of the best things to see on this account for sure. Didn't think I was going to get more fishing levels, but 77 fishing. We now have the same fishing as cooking. And the reason I'm fishing sharks is money, because it's really AFK and I'm selling the sharks to the fishing store and it's actually quite decent money per hour. The reason I'm collecting money is because it's time for some gear and weapon upgrades. There we go, we are finally buying a rune longsword. What a beautiful weapon. That is pretty much the best in slot melee weapon. Alright, so we are back on Night's Knot. As I mentioned before, there's a really nice training spot and we have arrived. We are at the Ice Troll Runs. I'm going to kill these a lot, but there's a few important reasons why this is a very nice NPC in my area. They have several valuable drops and the most important ones are the Rune Kite Shield and the Granite Shield, which are both really great shield upgrades. They also drop a Rune Warhammer, which I can sell in the city for a lot of money. They also drop an Adamant Axe, which is a really good axe I can get early on for fletching and woodcutting. And besides from that, they have some other really nice drops like runes, raw sharks, and it's one of my best ways to get early Herblore XP. And on top of that, they are great for prayer because they drop big bones. So overall, a really important NPC to kill on this account. There we go, we managed to get the Adamant Axe drop, which means we can officially start grinding fletching and woodcutting. I'm going to need a lot of levels for future quests. That's a perfect upgrade to get right now. That means we can start some woodcutting after this trip. Ooh, Rune Warhammer, beautiful. That's going to be amazing for the cash stack after we sell that. I really want to buy a Berserker helm or Archer's helm, so that's going to be very useful. Finish the trip, let's sell the Rune Warhammer. 80,000 GP, that means we have enough to buy the first helm. Berserker helm has been obtained. Oh my god, that looks amazing. Look at my Fremennik guy. He looks amazing. Found this really nice spot outside of Relica. 2 oak trees next to each other and the wolves cannot attack me. So I'm just going to sit here and AFK woodcutting, make oak bows. We're already getting a lot of fletching levels, 575 total so far. And I think I'm going to sit here until I knock out all of the woodcutting requirements for the future quests. 45 woodcutting. I can now chop maple trees. And there's actually one location in the Fremennik region with a maple tree. There's a singular tree in this area. Luckily, I can just buy maple short bows, but yeah, there's a fun fact for you guys. 50 woodcutting doesn't look like much, but it is a pretty important requirement for the Olafs quest. And that does look pretty awesome. Nice milestone level, 43 fletching, and with that level we now have 600 total on the Fremennik locked account. Very nice. We can only use this on the patch once. Use the compost for 18 XP and 2 farming on the account. We are not a 1 farming pure anymore. And this woodcutting level concludes the woodcutting grind pretty much on this account. 56 woodcutting, which is the level required to make Fremennik round shields. And that's one of the requirements for the Fremennik Isles quest in the future. So that's very nice to have. So that's woodcutting wrapped up. I'm going to explore a little bit again and probably go back to combat training. Jarvald, why don't you set foot on the island yourself and slay those beasts?
My history haunts me. I lost my will to fight.
But you ferry us across all the time.
Because people like you are my rays of hope. I lost my father in these forsaken lands, and with him, my courage. Perhaps one day, somewhere in there, the terrors could be buried, and my father will rest peacefully in Valhalla.
You tirelessly braved the journey despite all you've experienced. That in itself shows courage, and I thank you. I will get stronger and I'll continue to fight on behalf of your father.
Just stay safe. That'll do for now.
Back at the rock crabs, and there's 50 hit points, a nice level to start out with. And there's 60 strength. Beautiful level. Mostly focusing on strength right now for the max hits. And this rune longsword is absolutely slapping these rock crabs. Got myself another exam random for 4 hunter. 13 levels to go. Decided to round up my attack and defense a little bit. Got myself 63 strength, which should give me a max hit. And I just got 50 attack. I'm going to switch to defense and get 50 defense next. Just getting my base melee stats a bit higher. And there's 50 defense as well. We are getting stronger. Beautiful. 65 strength. Level 70. Beautiful level. Really getting these strength levels up for the max hits. XP per hour is increasing a lot with the higher strength levels. And yeah, the melee stats are starting to look pretty decent so far. My favorite levels to get on this account. Use this XP lamp on Hunter for level 5 Hunter. We can now trap golden warblers, which we will never catch on this account. Nice. One important skill I haven't touched on is agility. I got 16 agility after the Fremennik Trials quest. And I'm going to need quite a few agility levels for future quests. It's also going to help with the run energy on this account. And the only way to train my agility early on is jumping from this stone to the other stone. And I get a total of 2 agility XP per jump. According to my XP, I can get 3300 XP per hour, which honestly is a lot better than I thought. So yeah, let's jump the stone for a few hours. Did my first stone jumping content session and I ended up with 24 agility. Another jumping session finished. For level 30 agility, and that's a pretty special level because with that level I open up what I call barbarian cardio. We are here on the cycle in the blast furnace. I get 1 XP drops, but the downside is this takes run energy, so I cannot do this forever. Once I run out of run energy, I step off the cycle and I basically have to wait or do something else. But I think I'm going to really heavily AFK this while I play my other account and passively get the agility levels this way. I think a nice level to aim for is level 40 agility. So let's get cycling. Several hours and days later, we have hit 40 agility. Very nice level on the account. That should already help a lot with run energy. And that's also going to be a nice level for some of the quests, but we are going to get into that later. Look what is on the floor. Yo, we finally got a granite shield. That is so good for the account. Probably my best slot shield on this account. The granite shield is nice because I have a little bit more range defense compared to the rune kite shield. And it just looks amazing. It looks very Fremennik in my opinion, so love that shield. Very, very nice upgrade. Wow, I got a rune kite shield as well. A little bit after the granite shield. I'm not going to keep this. I will probably sell it in Relica for some money. I do like the granite shield more, but drops are starting to roll in. Awesome. Alright, cleaning my inventory. We managed to get a lot of drops from this trip. Sold everything and we have 56,000 GP. Nice. I got myself a new lyre and I'm enchanting it so I have an instant teleport. It is time to go on a new adventure. A new quest outside of the city of Relica. Okay, so Olaf has been trying to go on some adventures. His family have always been great explorers and seafarers. And his mission basically failed. And he's asking me to make his family proud. And I've been looking for some adventures. I need to get access to more NPCs in areas. So yes, Olaf, I will take your quest. So we now have to impress his family by giving them fake gifts, I guess. Make them believe he has done great journeys and they believe it, so that's awesome. And there's his son, We give him the other gift. And wow, he gave me his lunch. That's very kind. Right, let's make him a nice fire. He's probably very cold. And let's see if we can get this map from him. Oh, he wants to get my food. He had nothing but seaweed and biscuits. Huh, okay. Well, you can have my food. Just give me this map so I can finish your job and go into this cave. I'm very excited to explore it, so thank you, Olaf. Alright, we can dig in this neat little spot next to the tree, and I should be able to enter the dungeon. There we go, you've unlocked a new music track, Rising Damp. Spooky. This is a pretty cool dungeon. There's brine rats in here. I won't be able to kill them though, because I need a pretty high slay level, I think 42. So I won't be able to get a brine saber, but I will be able to kill skeleton Fremenniks, and I need to kill one for this quest. Skeleton Fremenniks are the best monster in the region for rune drops. They drop air, water, chaos, law and cosmic runes pretty frequently, and because of these drops I can level my magic skill quickly in the future. This NPC is going to enable me to get both high magic and unlock construction in the future, but I will show you the plan for this later. For now, let's just try and finish this quest. So apparently I have to repair a bridge, and luckily this room is full of supplies that I need. We're going to gather some ropes and 2 rotten barrels in this room, and I can use that to repair the bridge. And the quest boss should be past that bridge. However, it is required to have a really high agility level to get past the bridge, and I'm only level 40, so let's see how this goes, I guess. Fuck, I was almost there. Whew, we made it. 8 attempts in total. 8 is my favorite number. Well, there you go. That was honestly not too bad. I honestly was expecting to fail like 20 times, but sweet. We are now on the other side of the bridge. Right, so let me read this map. Right, so that's a RuneScape map and we are in this dungeon. So I believe if I open this chest... Ooh, there he is. The scary skeleton. All I have to do is kill this guy and I should be free, so... Oh wow, he's actually teleporting, okay. Wow, this guy is so bad. He isn't even hitting me. Wow, this is actually a lot easier than I thought. That's great. The skeleton is already dead, so sweet. We are moving up in the Fremennik world, guys. Olafs completed. 51 defense. Got myself a free level from the quest. We also got a couple of rubies. I really like this quest. I've only done it in the game once before. Yeah, I really like the theme and pretty cool. Kind of a random level, but there's 10 mining, and with that level we have reached 700 total on the account. Nice milestone. So you might be wondering what's next. And I want to go to the beginning of the Waterbirth dungeon to fight a monster that's going to change everything on this account. Because with that one monster I can start training magic. But before we go there, I need to get a bit stronger. My prayer level isn't high enough and I also need to work a bit more on my melee stats. So let's get to work. Nice level, 75 strength. I think my goal for melee stats is going to be 70 base melee and maybe a bit higher strength for the max hits. And we are in one of the most chill training spots of this region, the good old rock crab spot. Time to make some gains. Working on 60 attack next, and there's 55 attack, and we also got 66 hit points. And there is 60 attack, beautiful level, and we're also over 75 combat now, awesome. And there's 55 defense, working on 60 defense next. And there is the beautiful 60 defense as well. These clips go by pretty fast, but I have to actually spend a decent bit of time to get these levels. I only have a rune longsword and pretty much no bonuses or potions. And yeah, I think the next goal is going to be 70 attack, 40 accuracy. There's 65 attack. We are getting stronger. And look at the combat level. We are 80 combat already. Combat levels are flying up. Ooh, got myself a mace random. For a really healthy amount of chaos runes. At this point, I'm going to keep that because I'm planning on training magic soon anyways. And once I get the strike spell, that should be a good bit of magic XP. I'm back at Ice Trolls and the plan is simple. I want 37 prayer for magic protect. That's what I need to fight a monster in the Waterbirth dungeon. Probably have to kill a couple thousand trolls. We will be making a lot of money and we will also get some runes from the trolls, so that should be pretty good. And yeah, let's start the prayer grind. Just got my first collection log pop up and it kinda confused me, but I just got a longbone. A nice little extra 15 prayer XP. Just completed the first ice troll trip. We got a granite shield and a rune kite shield and a couple other random drops that we can sell for money. Such an amazing NPC for this account. Pretty important level. First Herbler level cleaning Guams only. Level 4 Herbler. 1 level and then we can make anti-poison, but in order to get that we need to get around 45 more Guams, so that's going to take a little bit. Another ice troll trip completed, lots of loot from this one. And as you can see in my inventory, I have some Marintils, which I can note on the Miscellanea Island. So I'm going to collect a big stack of these Marintils for future anti-poisons. Little update on the prayer, I just got level 31 prayer, which means I can use ultimate strength. Nice level, and as you can see in my inventory, the rune stacks are growing nicely. We are almost up to 3000 earth runes. Quite a bit of nature and law runes, and the money stack is also growing. Little break from ice trolls, just got 70 hit points, that looks amazing. And there it is, 70 attack, and with that level we've reached 750 total on the account. Awesome. Just got 35 prayer, that means 2 more levels to go and I can use magic protect. Going pretty hard on these ice trolls, first big prayer level soon. Another trip completed and that just got me over 400,000 GP. GP isn't super useful on this account, but there's one thing that I will probably use it for, and that's arrows in the future for range training. Just got myself a beautiful genie lamp. Let's use that on Hunter. Level 7, 10 levels to go. Beautiful level, 65 defense. Next I'm going for 70 and then I switch back to strength for the max hits, I think. I'm pretty happy with the melee stats right now. There we go, 37 prayer. We can now use magic protect on the account. We've killed nearly 2000 ice trolls for this. That took quite a bit of time, but the grind really paid off. Look at the inventory of the rune stacks we collected. We made a lot of money as well. And yeah, I think it's time to explore the Waterbirth dungeon a little bit. And I will explain what I'm going to do in there. In front of me, a Walasalki, probably the most dead content in the game, but not for this account. This is the only NPC in the Fremennik region that drops mind runes. Because of this drop, I can start the magic skill on this account. Once I get a few magic levels with the mind runes, I can move on to other NPCs and spells, but there is no way to avoid Walasalki. Magic is going to be important for this account because in order to train construction, I need to teleport to house spell. Construction unlocks a whole lot of other things on this account and it is required for future quests. So this is a very important process. Now you might be wondering, why don't you complete the Horror from the Deep quest? This gives magic XP and instantly skips the early magic grind. Well, I didn't choose to do this quest on purpose because I think doing unknown stuff like this is amazing and I want to spice it up a little bit to make it more challenging. I made this account to relive the region locked experience, so how can I not kill any Walasalki? Yes, I got my first mind rune drop and it's amazing because I got 10, which is the max number. You can get a number between 1 and 10 mind runes, so that's amazing. To show you how dead content this area is, I just killed one of those Walasalkis and it kind of ran away and it died next to the stairs. And there's a pure essence drop on the floor and I cannot right click it, I cannot see it, I cannot pick it up. It's completely bugged in the border, so yeah, I've never seen something like this before. That's pretty funny actually. I'm happy it's not mind runes. Ooh, we got skeletal boots. The first piece of the Fremennik magic outfit. I currently do not have boots, so I will be wearing these. 38,000 GP. I forgot these drop boots. Yeah, they look pretty funky, so... Another mind rune drop. Only 2 this time, so that's unfortunate. Very nice. 7 mind runes. So we have 19 in total, and I feel pretty good about that. I think I can get my early magic levels with that. So the trip is over. I'm also out of food. So yeah, overall this was a really great success. It's time to return to the skeletal Fremenniks to collect runes, and I bought myself a Farseer helm to get some extra magic bonus. Yeah, I'm very excited to start magic on this account. Hello? Is someone down here?
Oh hey, what's up?
What are you doing here?
For the same reason as you. These are my ancestors, and they have so many experiences and stories to tell, I can only imagine how much I could learn from them. But they also carry runes, so I've killed thousands of them.
I did not expect to see someone down here. Cool.
Take care.
We are here, and that's a 60 air rune drop. That's mostly the drop we are looking for. 2 magic on the account. Beautiful. We have officially started magic on the Fremennik locked ultimate. And there we go, there's 3 magic. We are officially out of the early magic grind because I can now use the confuse spell, which does not require mind runes. We are out of mind runes. We got a little bit over 3 magic, and we have a bit more freedom right now. I want to gather a bit more water runes and then move to hobgoblins because they have body rune drops. So I can use the confuse spell and get more magic levels that way. I'm going to kill hobgoblins in front of the Waterbirth dungeon. And this is what the hobgoblin drop table looks like. They do drop various runes, but the most important ones are body runes and fire runes. Once I have higher magic, I can use the fire runes to use low alch. So pretty decent NPC overall. First body rune drop on the account, 6 body runes. Every confuse spell will give me 13 magic XP, not bad. Managed to get a strength level 77, and the magic levels are also improving pretty quickly with these body runes. We've killed quite a few so far, and as you can see in my inventory, I've also started collecting some fire runes. We got a beautiful blue man. Let's use that lamp on Hunter for level 8 Hunter. I'm still noding Marentails in this account, and we are already up to 36 noded Marentails. And while we are here, we cannot forget about the raking content, slowly getting the levels up. I've collected a lot of body runes, 87 left in the inventory. I decided to kill some rock crabs, and there's 40 ranged. Every time a rock crab spawns, I'm using a spell on it, so I'm training my magic and ranged at the same time. Decided to do some range instead of melee because my range levels are still lacking. There's 9 magic, however, we are pretty much out of water runes, which means we have to return to skeleton Fremenniks. There's 11 magic, which means we can now use the weaken spell. A little bit of an upgrade for the body runes that I got. And there is level 78 strength killing skeleton Fremenniks. 15 magic, a very important level because this unlocks bones to bananas. This spell requires water runes, earth runes and nature runes. I do have a ton of earth runes from ice trolls. I can add water runes here, and I do have a lot of nature runes as well. That means this is one of the best ways to get magic XP on this account, and the skeletons drop bones, so that's perfect. Level 17 magic, which is a really important level because I can now use chaos runes. I have almost 350 chaos runes, so that's going to be a lot of XP. There's 24 magic, making some really nice progress. I'm going to take a little break from magic training. I think I'm going back to rock crabs for a bit, get some strength levels, and then come back here and finish the magic grind. There is 79 strength, beautiful. I'm going to stay here until I get 80 strength. Beautiful genie lamp. Let's put that on Hunter for level 9 Hunter. Making some nice progress on the lamping. Here it is, almost 2 million strength XP. 80 strength. That looks amazing. 70 attack, 70 defense, 80 strength right now. And we are close to 75 hit points too. The melee stats are really starting to beef up now. We are getting stronger. There's 38 magic and 525 total. Spend a lot of hours at skeletal Fremenniks and we are getting close to house teleport. We are almost out of chaos runes, but I have a plan. In Relica near the rock crabs there's an island with 2 nature runes spawn. So I decided to use some of my law runes to telegraph nature runes. You get 43 magic XP per telegraph, so that's actually pretty decent. And I had a lot of law runes because of ice trolls. I don't need hundreds of law runes for construction, so I decided to use some for magic. And I got myself 40 magic. That was quite a journey, man. I've never struggled this hard to get 40 magic in a game. That was pretty fun. We have plenty of law runes left and we can now teleport to house. Awesome. Great Seer.
The future is as chaotic as the winter seas. You came sooner than expected.
You know I would be here.
Blue's in the name. You've journeyed to the foreign and gained your experience. Now, you want assurance.
Yes, I'm through with trials and training. I want to know what the future holds for me. What's my destiny?
Knowledge can be dangerous. But alas, you're as stubborn as a moth to a fire. I will tell you what I know. A land at sea split in half. 2 brothers stabbing at knees and calf. Magic and monsters lurk at bay. Bridge the rift or else, the price all shall pay.
Where is that land? How do I get there? Who are these brothers?
This concerns the future. Very few will know. But if you lean in, I shall whisper. It's your destiny, not mine. Now get out of my house!
It is time to start the construction skill and I came up with a pretty nice method. I'm going to make exit portals, which you can make at level 1. And all you need is iron bars. And at level 5 I can switch over to limestone training. I can buy limestone bricks in the construction store in Keldegrim. The process is simple. I teleport to my house with supplies, make as much furniture as I can, and then teleport back to Aleka with the lyre. Walk to Keldegrim, buy supplies and repeat the process. My source for iron bars is blast furnace. I just got level 15, so I can now make them. And yeah, let's start training some construction. And there we go, make the first exit portal 100 XP for level 2 construction. And level 3 construction as well. There we go, only had to do 2 trips. There's level 5 construction. I can now make rocks in the garden, which requires limestone bricks. I get 100 XP each. But I only need 5 items instead of 10. So I will double my XP per trip now. We are in the construction store in Keldegrim. And as you can see, the store has 1000 limestone bricks in stock. And they're only 26 GP each. So this construction grind is also barely going to hurt my cash stack. We are building furniture in the same spot as before in the centerpiece. And as you can see, I can make the rocks. It's only 5 limestone brick per rock and I get 100 XP. Pretty awesome. And there we go, that's 25 construction. That's my goal for now, because that's a requirement for Fremennik Isles. That wraps up the construction grind for now. So the next skill I'm going to discover is crafting. I haven't really trained crafting since I got the XP reward from the Fremennik Trials quest. And I'm going to need higher crafting on this account for various things. One of those things is Fremennik Isles. So I've been looking for a method and I found these 2 flag spots relatively close to each other outside of Releka. So I'm going to pick flags the old-fashioned way and make bowstrings. First crafting level out of many, we are using the spinning wheel in the same room as the furnace and anvil. So it isn't too far away from the flag spot. Couple hundred bowstrings in, starting to get the hang out of this. There's 30 crafting, nice level. And there we go, we made over 2000 bowstrings and we are now level 40 crafting. And there we go, this is going to be the last level for now. 43 crafting and I can now make yak hide legs. And I have a little bit of an idea with that. So I'm going to continue a little bit with the Fremennik Isles quest, because this will unlock something that will really help me out with crafting. So let's get to work. I have to do a couple of tasks and I'm going to grab this outfit and I'm going to sail to Night's Knot to spy for the king. He wants to know what his brother is up to in Yatisso. And it's my job to find out about it. Playing the jester, entertaining in the long haul. Talking about assaulting the cave. Military, shields, armor. They talking about it all in front of a stranger. That's convenient. I need to collect some supplies to repair some bridges. And I cannot get over this animation. Look how cool this is. Alright, we can buy some ropes in this store. Make some bronze nails with the smithing skill. And that should be all I need for this part. Okay, so once this is complete, they will give me another quest. We have to go north of the island to repair the bridges. Hopefully we will not get wrecked by ice trolls. Alright, the first one. Pretty easy, I didn't see any trolls around. This one is gonna get sketchy. Okay, I might die here actually. We need to send it. Okay, that was kinda sketchy, but we are alive. The bridges are done. The next step is collecting tax, because the king is broke and I have to do the dirty work. And this is actually the important part in the quest for crafting. I can pay Van Ligga's tax, and by doing that I can unlock the yak hide produce store, which you can only unlock in the quest if you pay the tax. And I now have access to unlimited yak hides that I can buy. And I can buy a needle and thread in Knight's Knot, and this is basically my best crafting method. It's probably around 10 times better than the bowstrings. I can get like 40 to 50k XP per hour, so that's pretty insane. And I'm going to finish my last crafting levels with this method, because I need to be able to craft full yak hide armor to complete this quest. There's level 44, 45 crafting. And there's 46, the last level we need. We can now make yak hide body armor. So we can make the full yak hide set. There we go, we will keep one set, which will protect us against the trolls. And it looks pretty good as well. We have to spy one more time and entertain this guy by putting pies in my face. And I guess next we go to the king again, give him information. Making some good progress. Right, back at the king, and he's a bit stubborn because he doesn't believe the story. Knight's Knot wants to kill the troll king, and this guy thinks they want to attack him. And he's not listening, so I guess I have to take things in my own hands. And let's do the job, I guess. So there's one more thing I need to fight the troll king, and that is a round shield. We got the level for that a long time ago. We can now chop the pine trees with 56 wood cutting. And there we go, we made ourselves a round shield, which should protect against the missiles from the trolls. And I think that is pretty much the gear completed. I do need to buy my weapon back, so we got the rune longsword back. Should do the job. And I guess it's time to prepare. Didn't expect to see another one of those, but we just got a big swordfish while fishing the food to prepare for the fight. We are an elite fisher, so we're getting all the big fish. Alright, I am all prepared. Pretty much a full inventory of swordfish. And we have an insta-click teleport in case we need it. Now, I don't have protect from missiles or melee, but I'm pretty sure that protect from magic is actually really good against this boss. And I do have the armor and the shield against range attacks. A pretty good defense level overall as well. So I'm pretty confident, but I have no idea how this is going to go. So hopefully we can do this. We are in the dungeon, we have to kill 10 of these trolls to progress to the next stage. And I can grab some food, some potions. The guy at the entrance is so nice to give me some strength potions. And also one other potion that is going to be very important. I can get 3 prayer potions here. Now, so far on this account, I have not been able to restore my prayer points at all. Unless I die, of course, but that's not something I want to do to restore my prayer points. But yeah, with these prayer pots, I can actually restore my prayer. I will prayer flick this boss, and hopefully after the boss, I have a lot of prayer potions left. So that's one way to get my prayer, I guess. Alright, there we go. The chat box is saying you have defeated enough trolls to attack the king. So we are ready. I have no idea how this is going to go, but I feel pretty good with this inventory. Alright, here we go. Past this bridge. There he is. The Ice Troll King. Okay, I'm not hitting the best, but it's not hitting me a lot either, so that's pretty good. Okay, I think we are fine. Yeah, this looks good. All the trading paid off, I guess. There it is, the Ice Troll King dead. Awesome. That is pretty much the Fremennik Isles quest completed. There we go, we grab the head of the Ice Troll King, and all we have to do is deliver this to the Nice Knot dude. I have returned victorious. Hail, champion of Nice Knot. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, we get some XP as well. Let's put this on hit points. That will give me a level actually. 20,000 hit points XP, a bunch of other random XP, and the Helm of Nice Knot. And there we go, the Fremennik Isles quest completed. There we go, there's 75 hit points and 30 construction, which means we can move the house to Relica. So that is a nice bonus as well with the quest XP reward. And wow, this helm looks so good. One of the best looking helms in the game. Alright, we quickly left the Fremennik area to move my house. 10,000 GP. I'm also going to change the style of my house to the Fremennik style. And that's it, let's get out of here. I think moving the house to your region is always an acceptable exception. And wow, okay, this looks pretty Fremennik, yeah. I like it, looks much better. And we can now just enter and leave the house whenever. We don't have to use law runes anymore, so that's pretty nice. There will be another construction chapter on this account for sure, so that's going to help out a lot. I'm kind of figuring out what my next step on this account will be. And while I do that, I like to spend my time at rock crabs and just get stronger, get my combat stats up. And here we are with the first level, 81 strength. Awesome. I was about to grab a coffee and then I was like, wait a second, I need to wait because I might get a random in like 20 seconds. And there it is, that's a genie. Glad I waited. And that's another lamp. Very close to 10 hunter now. We are actually kind of getting close because I get a level every 1 or 2 lamps now, so wow, this is awesome. Let's use this on Hunter real quick. Can I do it? There we go. 90 XP, 34 XP to level 10, and yeah, probably 1 lamp per level. Maybe 2 at some point. I cannot wait, guys. There's the first defense level, 71. I decided to switch back to defense. I think my next goals for melee stats are going to be 80 attack and 80 defense, so we're slowly going to work on that. So yeah, first defense level in a long time. There it is, we got another genie lamp. Let's put this on Hunter for level 10 Hunter. Double digits on the account now. 7 to go. Slowly getting there, guys. It's a long process, but in my opinion the lamping goals are one of the most exciting things about region locked accounts. There's level 75 defense, nice level. Just got 77 hit points, and with that level we have achieved 900 total on the account. Looks good. I am spending several days at rock crabs and I'm collecting all of the uncuts, and once my inventory gets really full I go to the market and I cut all the gems for some free crafting XP. Definitely going to add up over time, and I would like to try and get a strength amulet in the future. So the little bit of crafting XP I'm getting right now will be helpful. Exam random. Let's put this on Hunter for level 11. Beautiful. Wow, I'm getting really lucky with the exam randoms. Just got another one for level 12 Hunter. And of course the raking content. That's what you guys subscribe for. So I've collected a lot of money a while ago and I decided to switch it up a bit. I'm going to work on some range, maybe get 50 or 60 ranged. So we're buying some mithril arrows with the GP stack in the weapon store in Keldagrim, buy a maple shortbow, and let's go back to rock crabs, I guess. Got a total of 1000 mithril arrows to use. And it only cost me around 50,000 GP. So let's see what level we get with this. There's 50 range, beautiful. Nice milestone. And the reason I waited with range on this account is the Yakhide legs. They give plus 10 range attack. So I wanted to finish the Fremennik Isles quest first and get the legs before really going into the range training. A little bit of accuracy helps out, so... It has been a while, but we got another exam random and that should give me a level. There we go. 13 Hunter. 4 levels to go, guys. There we go. There's level 80 defense. My goal level in defense. I feel pretty strong on this account right now. And I think it might be time to start exploring the Waterbirth dungeon. See what else that dungeon has to offer.
Ha! Rilkal, you're back. What mysterious forces roped you here, away from adventure?
I am going. I am ready. I'm going to the depths of the Waterbirth dungeon.
Madness, you are but a mere mortal. Rumors warn the wicked, wretched Dagonauts dwelling in the depths, stronger than those at the surface. Quit with the buffoonery.
Our strongest ancestors sought glory and honor and found only death within. You'll be no different.
Stay here, Rilkal, where it's safe.
Enough. If you feel the calling, then make your preparations and train like hell. But for now, drink with us so we can have something to remember you by.
Alright, we are finally in Barbarian Assault. If I want to go inside of the Waterbirth dungeon, I need some better gear. I mostly follow the same rules as the previous Fremennik locked accounts in the past. Most of them complete all the quests. I'm playing it a little bit different. I'm not doing like Horror from the Deep and Lunar's quest because I think it unlocks a little bit too much. But I think Barbarian Assault is fine. It is also included on the wiki in the Fremennik region. And I think most other Fremennik only accounts use Barbarian Assault. However, I'm not going to buy any gambles. I think especially high gambles give such good items on this account. I don't think it's necessary. So I'm only using this area and place to get gear upgrades. You know, you can play these types of accounts however you like, and that's just the way I like to play it. So we are in Barbarian Assault, and I'm going to do this minigame with a couple of friends and get some upgrades. Wasn't able to bring runes inside, so I quickly used up all my runes and I got a nice level 41 magic, which unlocks Wind Blast. Played almost 3 hours with these absolute beasts and I have a lot of points. I'll show you on the board. Should be enough for torso and maybe also the skirt. I think I'm a little short on that one. But let's take a look. I can definitely buy the torso. There we go. Oh my god, that looks amazing. Yeah, we are a little short on the skirt, so we do one more round and should be able to buy that as well. Alright, we back for the pennon skirt as well. Beautiful collection lock pop-ups. I'm not able to equip this yet because I need 60 ranged. So I think that will be my next goal. But 2 amazing armor upgrades achieved. We are back at the good old weapon store in Keldagrim. I bought myself 1200 arrows. I hope that can get me level 60. I'm killing some ice trolls in the Yatiso dungeon. A little bit of a different spot. I have 233k GP left, and if I do need more arrows in the future, I might need more money, so I'm going to spend a few hours killing the ice trolls here. And just see if I can get some rune kites, warhammers, granite shields maybe. So I can guarantee that I have enough money to do this ranging grind. And yeah, this is one of my favorite AFK spots to kill ice trolls. Had a really good session at Ice Troll, sold all of the loot, and we now have over 400,000 GP. So that should be more than enough. I'm happy to go back to Rock Crabs and get that fast range XP now. Couple hours later, 60 ranged, beautiful level. And that unlocks the Penance Skirt, huge upgrade to the leg slot. And it also looks quite funky, I think. Very underrated item. It has the same bonuses as Red D'hide chaps, I believe. And I think it looks amazing. I look like an absolute unit right now. Alright, I decided to use the leftover arrows I had. And I managed to get 61 ranged. And I think I'm going back to some melee training again. I kind of made a to-do list of stuff I want to complete before I go to the Waterbirth dungeon. The most important goal is finishing 17 Hunter with lamps. Besides from that, I really need to get my prayer up to at least melee protect, but probably Eagle Eye is what I want. And while I do that, I should be able to get 5 Herblore so I can make anti-poison. And while we work on all of that, I will just try and get as high melee stats possible. My attack is still pretty low, so I want to probably get at least 80 attack. And get some more strength levels as well. So yeah, that is the battle plan. Managed to get another exam random. Slap that on Hunter for level 14. 3 levels to go. A random cooking level coming in. 78 cooking. I do want to be able to cook sharks on this account eventually, but I have a little bit of a plan for that. We will get into that later, but I think 78 cooking should do the job. 100s of hobgoblins, trolls and other monsters on this account to get from level 4 to 5 Herblore. It is done. Level 5, I can now make anti-poison and clean Marentails. Didn't think this would be this big of a grind when I started the account, but there we go. I can now clean all of these Marentails and then node them into clean form. I'm here at Ice Trolls, by the way. I'm trying to get some prey levels because I don't even have melee protect yet. We are in Miscellanea, noting all of the Marentails we've collected over the last months actually. Pretty satisfying to finally clean all of them. I'm quickly running to the bank, unnode them there, clean them and then node them on the green guy. Pretty nice process. And there we go, we have almost 50 Marentails noded. Big prayer milestone coming in. 40 prayer. I can now use protect from missiles. That is gonna come in useful in the future. And we need 3 more levels for melee protect and 4 for Eagle Eye. We've killed nearly 3000 ice trolls to get to this level. And I'm guessing we have around 1000 more to go. I just got this amazing maze random reward. 272 Chaos runes and 136 Death runes. Definitely will be holding on to this for a little bit. Missed the level, but I just got 80 hit points. Love to see those hit points levels. 82 strength, beautiful. We are 82 strength and 82 defense right now. I think it's time to switch to attack. It's looking really weird in the stat tab. I honestly don't know why I decided to train defense first, but it's time to get like 80 attack right now. Really trying to beef up the melee stats. Base 80 melee stats will be amazing. So yeah, let's get some attack gains next. I just got myself a strength potion 2 dose. Which is really nice because I can't really get any strength boosting potions except randoms and Herblore. I won't be able to get super high Herblore, so I'm actually going to hold on to this for the Waterbirth dungeon adventures. And just like that, another 2 dose strength pot, so we can combine it and we have a full strength potion ready now. Very nice. Worked a little bit more on the attack levels, just got 75 and we are actually getting kind of close to 100 combat on the account. Unfortunately, we are extremely dry for XP randoms. I think it's been over 2 weeks now since I've had my last XP random, so sometimes it's just pure RNG on the random events, but nothing I can do about it. I'm just going to continue grinding my melee stats. I finally got a lamp. I did almost 2.5 strength levels since the last clip. And there's level 15 Hunter. I can feel it, guys. 2 more levels, probably around 4 or 5 more lamps. And we are done lamping on this account. I decided to finish on a clean strength level 85. That should get me a max hit training attack. And overall really nice looking level. Also, you may notice on screen, it is predicting the random events. There's something in a plugin hub called Random Event Analytics, and it kind of tracks the random events for you, predicts roughly when you get your next one, and it shows you like a list of all the randoms you've received recently. But yeah, it's actually pretty helpful on this account. There it is, finally another exam random. This will get me level 16. We are close to 80 attack, so this took a little bit. And we are on the final stretch. 1 hunter level left to go. I am so excited. Saved up a lot of arrows that I got from maze randoms the last weeks. So I decided to work a little bit on ranged for 65 ranged. Nice level. And there we go. 80 attack. Base 80 melee stats, guys. That looks amazing. And we are super close to 100 combat as well. So that's a nice achievement. We are, however, still 2 lamps away from finishing Hunter. So I think I'm going back to some strength training until I get the last lamps for some max hits. First level back training strength. 86. Beautiful. Just got myself a genie lamp, which means if we use this on Hunter, we are officially 1 XP random away if we get an exam random. And 2 genies if we don't get any exams. And then we're done. And there's another strength level. We are very close to 4 million XP right now. Level 87 strength. It finally happened. We got the exam random as well, which means we can skip on the 2 lamps. This is it, the final XP random on the Fremennik locked account to get my Hunter goal. We use this on Hunter for level 17 Hunter. You can now catch baby implings. It is done. I've lamped Hunter for around 5 months, I think, and it is finally finished. I can now catch my first impling on the account. And that's going to open up a lot of content and upgrades. I've waited for this for a while. We are in Puro for the first time. We have entered the magical impling land. We can get some tools, some impling jars and stuff to get starting. They also made it so you can buy 10 impling jars every day, which is really nice. As well as being able to store all of your tools and jars at the guys, so great quality of life stuff. And yeah, I got myself a net. We have jars. We can basically start training Hunter. So my main training method early on will be baby imps. In the corner of Puro there's baby impling spawns. And if you do it correctly, you can catch them and they never fly away. So it's a pretty solid early training method for me. And there's level 20 Hunter. That feels very strange after lamping this skill for so long. This feels very fast, even though I'm only catching implings. I just discovered that with all the drops from baby imps, I'm able to make a Heartlander body. And I think the beauty about implings on these types of accounts is the amount of different items they unlock. Combining some of these items can unlock so much content, it's actually crazy. Implings are kind of busted on unique accounts, but it's super fun for theory crafting. Level 28 Hunter, which unlocks gourmet implings. Gourmet implings have a nice variety of food drops, but there's also one other interesting drop, and that's the Chef's Delight. This item can boost your cooking level by a lot based on your level. In my case, it would give a +4 cooking boost, which means I can cook sharks no problem. So I'm definitely going to make use out of this item. Nice milestone level, 30 Hunter. Levels are still flying up. Ooh, we just got the Chef's Delight. Pretty early, I was just catching some gourmet imps for some increased XP. And yeah, I guess I already got it. I'm definitely going to hold on to this, because it's a 1 in 100 drop. I've also managed to get 1 oak plank from a young impling, which is a pretty rare drop. And I realized earlier, if I collect 2 oak planks, I can make a tool storage in my house, and I can basically get rid of my saw in the inventory. Because after that I can get a limited amount of saws from my house, so that will be awesome. Level 36 Hunter, which means I can now catch earth implings, pretty nice. I also just got a defense potion, which is actually pretty useful. I'm going to hold on to that too because of the defense boost. That will definitely be helpful for the Waterbirth dungeon adventures. Nice, there it is, the second oak plank. Let's gather some stuff, go to my house and make this tool store. Let's make a workshop so I can build a tool store. There we go. And there we go, 2 oak planks. Search tools. And there we go, I can grab a saw whenever I want, which means I can get rid of the saw in my inventory for 1 extra space. Feels good, man, to finally get rid of this item. It's been in my inventory since I started this account, and it was part of the exceptions for this moment. Level 40 Hunter. Beautiful. The levels are definitely getting a bit slower, but we are very close to level 42, and that's when we unlock the Essence Imp. And that's going to be a super nice impling for this account. 42 Hunter. I can now catch Essence Imps. Essence Imps are amazing because they drop a ton of runes. My goal is level 50 Hunter for Eclectic Imps, so I'm probably going to get level 50 only catching Essence Imps, and that should get me a lot of runes. Another nice benefit of being able to catch Essence Imps is I can now upgrade my Butterfly Net. I need to hand in a couple imps including Essence Imps, and I can trade my shitty net for the magical Butterfly Net. So that's the first thing we are going to do. Right, this should be all the implings I need. There we go. Confirm magic butterfly net. Beautiful. That should help us a lot. Just got 40 for Hunter, and with that level we have achieved 1000 total level on the Fremennik locked ultimate. Pretty happy with that. Can we get a humble 1000 likes on this video for hitting 1000 total? I think that's fair, right? Level 50 Hunter. My main Hunter goal achieved. That was a interesting grind, getting to 50 Hunter only catching implings. And as you can see in the inventory, the rune stacks are looking very healthy. Essence Imps really paid off. And yeah, we can move on to the next impling tier now. So the Eclectic Impling plan is pretty simple. There's a few gear upgrades I can get. The 2 items I'm after is a Battle Staff and the red spiky Vambracers. 2 pretty important gear upgrades on this account. The Battle Staff allows me to auto cast spells, so that's huge. And the spiky Vams give some strength bonus and a lot of range attack. And other than that, these implings are great for oak planks and gold bars. So yeah, part 2 of the construction grind is happening. I'm going to collect hundreds of oak planks and get to all kinds of upgrades with the construction skill. So we're not done with Hunter yet. Got the Battle Staff, beautiful. And as you can see, I can auto cast all the spells now. And there's the red spiky Vambracers as well, both the gear upgrades obtained. Which means it is a perfect time to start using all of my runes on magic and clean out my inventory a little bit. If I have all my gear on, I'm minus 60 magic, which is pretty decent for spells like Curse. And then when I unequip everything, I'm plus 12. So that should do the trick for all of the training I have to do. I'll probably use a good portion of my body runes, use the nature and fire runes for low alks, and then I will use all the mind runes and chaos runes for combat spells. Now I don't have a specific level in mind, but I think if I can reach 49 that would be perfect, because that's a level I need to enchant a ruby amulet, which I'm going to need if I want to make a strength amulet in the future. Found a pretty funny way to use my curse runes. I'm using curses on yaks and I actually splash a lot surprisingly, so very easy to use them here. And I can also use low alks in between the curse spells. So yeah, pretty good setup actually. Last low alk done. I do still have a lot of curses left, but I think I'm going to move to ice trolls. I still need to get some prayer levels. And I'm going to start using all of my combat runes on trolls. See what level I can end up with and just use the curse spells on the trolls. Got a bit over 44 magic from the curse runes and low alk so far, so that's pretty good. There we go, we easily reached level 49. That's the level I'm most interested in. So I'm going to clean my inventory and return to the impling field. Continue working on the construction goal that I have. And I guess we'll come back here later to get the rest of the prayer levels. Yo, I completely forgot about something, but look at this guys. The wild pies actually boost your range level. Which I think is gonna come in handy because there's no other way to really boost my range. So if I bring one of these pies, I have a way to boost my range slightly. Impling loots can do all sorts of things. I have finished the several days of eclectic impling grinding. Very happy I'm done. As you can see in my inventory, I have 772 planks and 1100 gold bars. I've got exactly enough oak planks to reach a certain construction level and build the altar in my house. Which means I officially have a way to get my prayer back. is also the most reliable way to get your prayer back, so I think that will be very beneficial on this account. And the gold bars, I thought about it and I'm actually going to use them for crafting. I need to get level 50 crafting to make a ruby amulet, and I think these gold bars will get me that level. So yeah, let's get to work. Let's use all the supplies. The process of using the oak planks is pretty simple. I just unload the planks, teleport to my house, and repeat the process. Level 40 construction, beautiful. And there's level 44, which unlocks a tool store. Building the tool store 4 allows me to grab all of the amulet molds. And that's exactly what I need to make a strength amulet. So that was basically locked behind construction as well. And the only thing we need left is crafting now. And there we go, the final construction level I need, 45, which allows me to make an altar. So let's go and do that. Let's make a chapel. We have 4 planks in the inventory, make the oak altar, and we officially have a way to recharge prayer. Awesome. 4 planks in my inventory left, so almost perfectly calculated. And yeah, it's time for crafting now. Decided to use the rest of my law runes to clean my inventory. And I got me a clean level 50 magic. My method for crafting is pretty simple. Just unloading the gold bars in Night's Knot and using the furnace to make gold amulets. That's the final inventory. Pretty chill grind. Didn't take too long. Level 50 crafting. I can now make ruby amulets. Nice. I had to clean up some items in my inventory for the construction grind. So we quickly got the battle staff back, the wild pie, and we got the runes to enchant a ruby amulet. My way to get a ruby is pretty simple. I can buy a ruby in the Keldegrim gem store. And my way to connect all of the pieces together is the ball of wool from baby implings. So here we are. Let's combine all of the items together and make the strength amulet, enchant that bad boy. Strength amulet achieved. 10 strength bonus. That is huge for the account. And that item wraps up the hunter adventure. There's one big goal left on the account for the water birth preparations, and that's my prayer level. I need to finish 44 prayer for Eagle Eye. I'm going back to ice trolls. I have to kill around 1000 more. And I'm going to range them to boost my range levels a little bit. So let's do this. Very nice ice troll session. 43 prayer. We can officially use melee protect. 1 level to go. Ice trolls are pretty nice for money as well because I am broke. And of course we cannot forget about the raw shark drops. So yeah, perfect last grind before I go on adventure. This is it, the last big bone. Eagle Eye has been unlocked. Beautiful. I have killed so many ice trolls. I'm going to put a picture on screen, I think, of the final kill count. That took a good bit of time, but we got a lot of really good gains out of this grind, like runes and money. And yeah, I'm really happy to be done with this. Sell all of the final troll loot and we have 240,000 GP, which should be more than enough. All I really need the GP for at this point is arrows, so... Decided to finish off the range level since I was really close. 66 ranged. We have massively improved the stats and we got a bunch of great upgrades because of implings. So I think it's time. I am ready. And look at all the rock crab kills on the account. That is amazing. It's time to prep the inventory. I decided to make a lyre because I need a one-click teleport. And I can make this thing from scratch now, which is pretty cool. And there we go, we enchant it, so we have 2 charges on the lyre. We can kill unicorns outside of Relica for the unicorn horns. We can grind them into dust, and that's what we need for the anti-potions. Definitely going to need to bring a few of these on my trip. And I guess we can spend all the GP on arrows. 500 adamant arrows should be plenty. Then the last thing we need to do is cook a full inventory of sharks. Use the chef's delight that we got. There we go. Beautiful. Before I make my way to the dungeon, I want to mention how underappreciated some lands in Gielinor are. I wanted to give you guys a view of Fremennik and the rich story and beautiful scenery. One of the amazing appeals of being area locked is that you get to actually know the land and call it a home. We are ready. The Fremennik Only setup is complete. Limited by the land and the culture, we managed to get this setup together. I am ready, but a little bit nervous, I'm not going to lie, but I trust in my ability. We got this, man. We got this. Let's do this. I will get stronger and I continue to fight on behalf of your father.
You are not ready until I see a man in you instead of a boy.
Madness, you are but a mere mortal. Quit with the buffoonery.
By Gothics, you are alive? Who are you?
I'm just another illusion.
I am real and I'm here. Now let's get you treated. Give me your arm.
So I'm to be saved. You know, I've been trapped here for years. Tell me, do you know my son Jarvald? Is he well? Is he alive?
I lost my father in these forsaken lands, and with him, my courage.
You're his dad, huh? Well, you can ask him yourself, right after he wakes up from the shock he's about to get.
Dad, you're back?
You know, I never lost hope in there, and I'm glad you didn't either. Thanks for bringing people along, Jarvald.
Let's talk as we make our way home.
Rilkal has returned.
Let's hope we have enough ale for everyone.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching until the end if you're still here. If you enjoyed it, you can support this movie with a like, subscribe, and maybe share it with somebody. I've always wanted to make a video like this with a fresh project with like the movie style, and I think it turned out great. I want to give a massive thanks to Legend Arts one last time for making the beautiful design. Grab a display if you like, and I love you guys all so much, and I see you soon with more videos.